Four cowboys, Buck, Jesse, Cole, and Gabriel, rode across the sun-scorched plains of Texas. They weren't just friends. They were brothers in the saddle, hardened by gunfights, cattle drives, and storms. One day, upon reaching the dusty town of San Miguel, they learned that a local banker had hired a gang of raiders to terrorize farmers and buy their land for next to nothing. The cowboys couldn't stand injustice. That night, while the bandits were celebrating in the saloon, the four friends burst in, kicking down the doors. A fierce shootout erupted. Bullets whistled, bottles shattered, men shouted. Buck covered. Gabriel, Cole knocked over a lamp, plunging the room into darkness, and Jesse took down the gang leader with a single, precise shot. By morning, the town was free. Without waiting for thanks, the four cowboys mounted their horses and disappeared into the misty dawn. They weren't looking for fame, knowing that justice had prevailed was enough. Jacob Randall, an old Texas cowboy, lived the way his ancestors had, on horseback with a lasso on his belt and a trusty colt at his side. He had seen the sun rise over endless prairies, smelled freshly cut hay, and knew the price of hard work. That evening, he was driving the last herd into the corral. The world was changing. Ranches were hiring trucks and railroads instead of cowboys. But Jacob never complained. He simply did what he knew best. As the sun dipped below the horizon, he took off his hat one last time, wiping the sweat from his brow. His time was fading, but the spirit of a true cowboy would live on as long as the Texas sunset shone. In the distant prairie, two cowboys, Jack and Sam, were riding their trusty horses under the scorching sun. Their path lay through wild lands where danger could lurk behind every hill. "Just a little further, and we'll reach the town," Jack shouted, urging his horse forward. Sam followed close behind, dust rising from the horse's hooves. Suddenly, two bandits appeared from behind a rocky cliff. Without wasting a moment, the cowboys spurred their horses into a gallop, racing across the open field. Their horses ran, faster than the wind, their hooves thundering against the ground like a storm. Jack tightened his grip on the lasso. "Stay close, Sam," he said. As the bandits approached, the cowboys were ready. In one swift move, they dealt with the attackers, their skill and bravery leaving the enemies no chance. Reaching the town, Jack and Sam dismounted. The sun was setting, and they, exhausted, laughed. "A good day, partner," Jack said, patting his horse. Another adventure was behind them, but new roads and dangers awaited ahead.